Playboy, you made that beat.
We are back at it again. Another great weekend, fun filled, just fun. We started a new month. I am your boy Talley with
This is Mike Daniel Jr. representing Super Sports Media in the building today.
And Richard DeLeon doing the same and talking about a different month. I'm not seeing any different weather though. So
hey, whoa. That weather right now is beautiful. Beautiful. It's great running weather. Running weather. Get out there and run you a mile every day. That's what we should be doing right now.
Going out to run today?
No, I didn't go running this morning, but I did get up early at 5, and I did get some guys in the gym today.
You just said it's good running weather, so I just thought maybe you started running.
No, man, you can tell from my belly I don't run yet, but I'm eventually gonna start one day. I keep telling myself that. You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna get me out there running. I promise. I'm gonna start. And this guy's getting up every morning, killing it.
I can tell by them legs. Look, he's been running.
Richard, stop it, Richard.
Prime time.
He took them all.
With the prime time blender.
He took them all, man.
It's kind of uncomfortable.
He's not a sunglasses guy, but he got them now.
I'm not. Like, if you see any of my vacation pictures, whenever I actually post, because I tend to keep my life private, you're rarely ever gonna see me in sunglasses. You'll see me in a hat board, that keeps my sun, but sunglasses, not my skilo.
Okay.
Well, now that Talley hooked us up with blenders, we should be getting money for the name dropping, but
no, we got to thank Coach Prime for that. I reached out to him, told him, hey man, my guys need some glasses, and he said, hey man, don't worry, I got you.
I'm gonna wear them blenders next time we go tailgate at the Alamo Dome.
Got it.
Shout out to the Buffaloes. They started off nice. Got some good wins to start the season off too.
Oh, they are
4-1.
4-1. There you go.
Travis Hunter.
4-1.
Is Travis Hunter not just
the best football player in the world right now?
Come on, man. Heisman. If he doesn't get it, it's something wrong. If he doesn't get it, it's something wrong. Well, I just love their chemistry. The team's chemistry is just one of the things. It's just like, wow, it's awesome. Awesome.
That's because they're their coach's prime. So it ain't like he don't know how to handle adversity and hatred.
Facts.
So I mean,
Facts.
Who better to coach an adverse face team?
Who better? Him. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Hey, why can't Georgia beat Bama?
Had some Georgia fans.
Why can't Georgia beat Bama?
I got to chill out though, because I got on Facebook and cut up because I thought Alabama was about to lose. I think it was about to lose, boy.
I didn't even see. You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
You thought it was a wrap?
Yeah, I did.
And 6 seconds later, I was like, you felt sick.
Yeah, and I had to change that, and then I had to come back after Alabama pulled it off and apologize. So let me,
just a lesson
humbly, I'm sorry.
For those of you out there in the world, going live is not always the answer. Sometimes leave that live button alone, man.
Facts.
That live button is gonna hurt you way more than it's gonna help you.
Listen,
I've seen some. Stay off live, folks.
Listen, man.
That's all I'm gonna say. Stay off live.
I got on there after that touchdown from Georgia and they took the lead. I was cutting up. I was letting everybody know the real deal. Hey, it's here. Oh, it's over. Alabama, you done.
With 2 minutes and 38 seconds left, you did that? Oh,
yeah.
Come on, Talley.
I did that. Yeah, that was a bad move.
Hey, that run was like something off of Madden, off the video game. He like paused, looked at the dude.
Talking about the Alabama guy?
Hit the circle.
Yeah, Alabama guy. Talking about the Alabama
then
guy.
Run again
because he caught it and looked down at my man as my man was.
I'm saying like somebody was controlling what he was doing.
I was like, no, this is not happening. But anyway, what you been up to, Rich? We ain't seen you in a minute. I know you're working busy. Tell us what's going on with the 3 Chords
Realty Group, man.
Realty Group.
Man, we just got a little pipeline. I know a lot of San Antonians ain't gonna want to hear this, but man, we just got hooked up with a bunch of people from California wanting to move here. So so calling me, and I'm trying to move them out to New Braunfels and San Marcos though.
But you still bringing them here. You still bringing them here. That's good. That's good. That's good, man.
You know what? Right now, Texas is a good place to be right now. Got a lot going on in Texas. Got all kinds of corporations going to start moving their headquarters here to Texas, Austin especially. Austin's about to blow up even more than they have. I mean, maybe not housing wise, because I don't know they got much more to build out there. But man, some of the corporations moving to Austin, it's scary.
Well, aren't they going east? If I'm correct, Elon Musk is building his headquarters in Bastrop. If I'm correct,
I believe so. Yep.
So that's east of Austin. So yeah, that's about to really take off over there. So I guess you might want to get in that market over there, huh?
Man, that's crazy, man. That's true. But I mean, that leads me to a basketball question here, though.
Go ahead.
From real estate to basketball. Are you all nervous at all that the Spurs may one day jump ship to go to Austin?
No, it won't happen. San Antonio won't let that happen.
Why would we? Just curious. What's to be nervous about if that were to happen?
Well, they seem to have a lot more white collar jobs over there than we do in San Antonio. A lot more sponsorship dollars, lots more luxury boxes. When you go to even though that Moody Center isn't as big as the Frost Bank Center here, that Moody Center it's the top notch, top of the line. Self has a bunch of boxes there. And if you look on the Spurs jersey, last year at least, I don't know about this year, but Self is their jersey sponsor, and they're headquartered in Austin. I know we built that beautiful little training facility right here by La Cantera, but I got to tell you, man, all the money coming to Austin, it's going to continue coming. I think that's a threat. I mean, think about Oakland, for instance. Oakland's losing everybody. They just lost the Raiders last year to Las Vegas. They're losing the Oakland Athletics now. They're moving, and they're going to end up in Las Vegas in a couple of years. I think Austin is definitely a threat.
But at the same time, if I'm correct, Oakland did that because Oakland didn't want to build a new facility. That's what happened there with Oakland, if I'm correct. And that's why Las Vegas was able to do that. But we're willing to keep our Spurs here, so it's not really a threat. Again,
check the pulse of the taxpayers. You see those polls out there. Taxpayers don't want. They're not going to vote yes.
Listen,
for that.
Long as we keep good draft picks like Wemby, and we keep doing what we're doing, and I just again, you guys know this no more than me. I'm just a fair weather fan of the Spurs. I don't see it happening. I could be wrong though. I just don't see it happening. I don't think San Antonio would lose. Yeah, you lose the Spurs, man. It's over. Sports and all over here, man. It's woo.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see
that will cripple the city.
I see it as a long shot, but I look at what Austin's doing, and as many games as the Spurs are starting to play in Austin every year, it just kind of it should spook Spurs fans.
Okay, well, it just makes us want to make sure we buy those season tickets then, huh?
Yeah.
Let's shift gears a little bit. What's going on over there at the Sportsplex, buddy? You had something exciting this weekend.
Well, before I get into that, pickleball.
Oh man, I didn't realize I'm in the wrong sport.
Pickleball is what's happening at the Sportsplex. It's jumping off Monday through Thursday, or make sure I get my info right. Hold on.
I might need to call the pickleball community. What times? Don't tell me 4 to 6. You tell me 4 to 6. Hey, I'm calling pickleball king.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pickleball. Come get your pickleball on. It's happening.
Well, if you need an extra pickleball court, let me know.
It's happening.
You got some space over here between that time.
It is happening. So that's what's up. Pickleball, and of course,
that's nice.
max fit, agility, strength, conditioning. Those are the it right now at the Plex.
Okay. Well, I like that max fit deal. I think you guys got the right people there. Plus, You can't do it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I tried.
You tried. Like the Max Fit. That's nice. Y'all have a good facility there as far as upstairs, downstairs. It's 2 parts. So you got your cardio upstairs, if I'm correct, right? All your machines.
Everything, yeah. All the machines there, yeah.
And then you got your heavy weights downstairs where you
sir.
lift stuff. So that go
tell
ahead.
Tell me about pickleball. I mean, is it the same as tennis, the rules, or what I mean, what are the rules?
I have zero clue, but Google knows, or in y'all case, Siri. What's iPhone people? What Siri? Siri Lucia? What it
Lucia. Who's Lucia?
I know it just sounded cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching Snowfall. There was somebody that got killed named Luvia. But but I don't know. It's somewhere in between ping pong, handball, racquetball, and tennis. It's somewhere in between there. But I mean, I know that pickleball took over Dallas. It was in the Olympics, and so it's something. Like, and people are playing it.
It's in the Olympics now?
No, it sounded cool to say.
Yeah, because
I bet you it will be. I bet you it will be.
No doubt.
Hey, I
mean,
know
the breakdance is on the Olympics. I don't
beat
see
me
why.
to it. Man, he beat me to it. I want to get credit to that one. I want to get credit to that joke, though, Rich. I want to get credit to that joke so bad. He beat me to it. Because hey, man, we have breakdancing there now. Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
I think breakdancing was a one-time thing, though. I don't think it's going to be in LA. I heard it's not going to be in LA. That's what I heard.
Real? I think it should be. I think it was pretty cool. No. The person they showed, that was a scandal. Did y'all know that, right? That was a scandal.
But the Australian?
Yes, that was a scandal that happened, and she wasn't technically supposed to be even representing Australia, but she got in somehow because her husband and the judge and something going on. So yeah, man. So even in breakdancing, you have scandals.
What was it? Something going on?
Again, I don't know the whole story, man. You got to check.
I mean, you said judge and a woman, so
Google. You got to check Google. Lucian. One of those sources, Google or Lucian. Okay, I'm just saying.
Look, between Snowfall and Empire, Lucius Lyon and then Luvia. I mean, you know.
All right, so didn't you have a tournament this weekend?
We did.
You did, yeah. I saw the post in reference to Facebook, all the winners. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
I mean, just a little Fall Fest tournament. It was our end of season for our grassroots division. That's our beginner to intermediate basketball league that we give them an end of season tournament to compete and have their playoffs. And then there were some teams that wanted to play for the weekend, so they were part of the Fall Fest 2024 event. And it was a good weekend. Good weekend. Saw a lot of growth and development. Some fun basketball. It really was. Laredo Blackout came in town and represented.
They do a well job down there. They have a great trainer down there.
Austin, talk about CJ.
Yes.
Yes. Austin Unbreakable came in town and beat up on some people. Shirts Cowboys represented. They had their 8th and 9th grade. And they ran through the tourney.
Yeah, those guys are doing a good job.
San Marcos Elite, brand new team.
Okay, San Marcos
came in.
Okay, never heard of those guys.
Well,
who?
So you know New Braunfels Hoopsters. You don't see them anymore.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
It's a lot of those guys, and those kids in those area. That area is lucrative. That area's got basketball. That area's got basketball kids.
He's talking about the new Bronzefels area, fellas, or everybody.
Bronzefels.
That's what it is.
And so between Shirts Cowboys, the Texas Bad Boys, now San Marcos Elite. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, those are the 3 groups right now that are taking care of San Marcos in that New Bronzeville area.
Yeah. That's honestly that's a growing area.
It really is.
And then again, Richard's pushing people there from the 3-chord realty group there, making sure houses are available up in that area. So it's a lot of growth up there, honestly. Me living in Cibolo, like just the border's right there. So there's a lot of new houses.
Yeah.
And they got
New
high school.
New Braunfels, that is a booming housing market right now. I'll tell you that right now.
They just built a new high school there. And it's a 5A school. So think about it. Whatever size 5As are, that's quite a bit though. Yeah. I know it doesn't reach the max of 6A. With 6A is 3,000 if I'm correct. But still, so whatever that number is to start as a 5A, it's real good. and plus you have another 5A there and a 6A there. So
And
you
the
got
disgruntled
Canyon.
the disgruntled kids from the schools that have already been there, that it's the school's fault they're gonna go there.
I'm not touching none of that. I'm not touching none of that. But hey, guys,
It's Wednesday. I got to be politically correct the other days.
Again, I'm not messing with it. I was up at Round Rock. Got a chance to see a great event. I think it's called the I-35 Syntex takeover or Syntex event. It was really a great event. I got a chance. I didn't go up there as media. I went up there again as a coach that I was coaching the Judson JV team, Judson Rockets. Hey, listen, that JV group last year, the freshmen only lost one game. I don't know how many games the JV group lost, but I don't see that JV group losing too many games. They're loaded.
Coach Cantu's got a little something for the next few years.
He
basically,
does.
is what it sounds like.
He does. That 27 group over there is really nice. And starting with Quentin Kane. He's a 27 that's part of that group that's jumping out the gym, playing above the rim. Told me today, I talked to him earlier today, and he was like, hey, coach, all I want to do is improve my handles. I improve my handles, I'm a next level player. I couldn't even say nothing. I just said, oh, okay. What you sort of say when a kid wants to improve and he tells you what he knows he needs to improve on. You have Joel Zollikoffer, great ball handler. I saw him, of course, progress, and he used to want to be a shooting guard. But I told him he got to be a point guard, and man, he's a heck of a point guard right now, doing a great job.
He can't do combo.
Yeah, he could, but at the same time, again, as far as if he wants to play basketball at the next level, because he needs
Because what?
Because he's vertically challenged like Coach Talley, so he's only going to get us so high.
I mean, I was 6 feet and I was a shooting guard.
Okay, yeah.
In college.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, today's college they want you to be a certain height when you're talking shooting guards. So
unless you're just an animal.
That limits your. Well, I don't know, man, because it's really hard right now. Like when I dealt with the 24 class, it was really hard trying to get those guys the opportunities that shoot the ball really well, because colleges like the D1s and the D2s want a bigger guy.
So, I get it. I mean, it's different. It's 24 years later.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you're making good points, because a lot of people think like that still, but they don't know, or they don't hear some of the coaches talk like, "Hey, we want to be bigger."
Well, the other part about it is, if you're going to be small, you got to be compact and you've got to be dominant in other areas. And I was blessed. I was a defender. Yeah. And so I was able to destroy somebody defensively.
And listen, playing over there at Judson, they play defense. They play defense.
A lot of our coaches are focused on defense that we've been talking to.
Yeah,
have you heard that? A lot of them have been focused on defense and just being hard-nosed.
Because we're a small city as far as our players. And when we play bigger cities, i.e. the Houstons and the Dallas, their players are bigger. We have to be able to guard. If you can't guard a big guy, a little guy, don't matter. If you cannot guard, and that's why it's going to be, we're probably, I say 2 years away from a team from San Antonio actually takes the state tournament.
I think it's this year.
I'm hoping so, man. If we can sneak up and grab one this year.
I got some bets on this year, man.
Oh, man.
Okay, let me hold on. About? I don't have any bet. I'm saying.
No bets. Who are you thinking about that really?
No names, but San Antonio in the next 1 to 2 years, we will have a state champion. That there are teams that are beyond capable.
Well, I said
that have been tested, and this year next it's happening.
Well, that 5A division.
This year next is happening.
I call it the SEC. I respect y'all, SEC.
Why not the ACC since it's basketball?
I grew up with I grew up with the Big East.
I'm talking about. I know from my day, ACC back with West Virginia, Maryland, Duke, North Carolina.
What was the last ACC
Florida
team
State
to win it all?
I mean, we're talking about past. I told them old.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm talking new.
Hey, Coach, we grew up a little bit before that when the Big East was the king. Remember George?
They used to screw them every NCAA tournament too.
The Big East, yes.
They used to screw them every NCAA tournament too.
I bet kids don't even know who Providence is.
Providence, well, they know Villanova now.
Well, yeah, now,
but Villanova was Villanova.
Hey, Georgetown. Yeah, man.
Princeton.
Yeah.
Princeton out the
yes, Ivy.
Princeton.
They always represent. They always represent well the Ivy League schools.
St. John, Syracuse. Big East was a
UConn.
big UConn.
I remember Syracuse.
UConn was a low end of the totem pole.
It was
back them days.
It was. Well, that's where Ray Allen came from.
Yeah.
That's where Ray came from.
And I feel like I missed somebody just now.
Well, no, but everybody forgets that you also had I think it was called the AAC, the Atlantic Athletic Conference. That's where you had the UMasses.
UMass, Marcus Camby.
Yeah, you had those guys out of there. Temple.
Yeah.
I remember when John Chaney wanted to choke out what's his name?
Who he didn't want to choke out.
Yeah, but he wanted to get it. What's his name? Was it who was that one coach? Was it
Rick? Is it Rick or Calipari? It was John Rick, wasn't it?
He threatened to choke him out at that press conference, man. John Calipari, yeah, remember that?
Well, because John was coaching at UConn, if I'm correct, wasn't he? Or was it UMass? No, it was UMass.
It was UMass.
It was UMass. Yes, he was at UMass, and that's why, because John didn't back down on him.
No,
and so he was the big dog around there trying to flex his muscles, and Calipari was like, "No, man, I'm sorry, man, I'm too young, and no, I'm too suave, I'm too cool. We ain't letting that happen."
That when they had Marcus Camby in that group, Marcus Camby and that.
Yes. They won the national championship, didn't they? I think they won the national championship. Did Marcus Camby win the national championship?
Let me see.
I think he won one. No. Okay, no. Mike said no. Mike said no. I thought he did win or came close to winning one. No, Mike?
I don't think so.
A lot of them came close to winning one.
Yeah, okay. That's what it was. Okay. But anyway, there's a young man over there. I don't know Jamari's last name, but he's a man. This point guard is a man. He's really nice with the Justin JV group. Jamari, oh man, he handles the ball well. He handles pressure well. He plays defense. He can score. Oh man, hey, if that young man can get to dunking, it's gonna change his game. Who else you got over there?
You were just talking about the height making him a point guard. But over the summer, when I'm dealing with kids and you guys coach as well over the summer, it's our job to kind of let them know that all the measurables and the analytics and all that, you just throw that out the window. Just go out there and do it, man. Go out there and do it. Prove somebody wrong. You might not be tall enough, but go out there and prove somebody wrong, but you got to play with a little extra edge and a little extra chip on your shoulder. So
that's true.
So, I mean, if he wants to be a shooting guard, heck, man, if he wants to put in that work and get stronger and get more physical and all that, I don't see nothing wrong with him aiming to be a shooting guard.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got then that what that does though, that's great, but he still has to understand that limits him where he can go.
Right.
So think about it. Him trying to be a shooting guard and then trying to say, well, I'm gonna go to D1, that won't give him very, very many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure we be honest with everybody and just be realistic with them and let them know, hey, listen, if you do want to stay a shooting guard, I can use you as a shooting guard, but just know to go play next level basketball, you would flourish getting on somebody's roster, just being a point guard. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So having ball handles and understanding what it takes to be a point guard, I think is important too. So you're absolutely right. When we play AAU ball and we just traveling and we going all over the country, it to have them play positions to where as though it might best fit them at the time is good too. Yeah. They have to still understand, hey man, when colleges look at you, they're looking at you for a certain position. And I always tell my guys, and maybe I'm wrong for telling them, hey man, if you're 6 foot and below, hey, please know how to dribble. Go ahead.
So if we know what they're going to be on the next phase and on the next realm, are we doing them a disservice, not putting them in that position now? Because if we say we're getting them ready for that next realm, but then we don't put them in the position that's going to be for the next realm, then we're ultimately failing them. No? Because if we don't put them in the phase for the next realm, that means we're just chasing victories. That means we're not doing what's best for the child. No?
So, especially with those kids that are 6'4", 6'3", here in San Antonio, that's when you're playing in the summer here in San Antonio locally, that's good enough to put them down in the post. But
hell no. Screw that.
Yeah, that's not what they're going to do at the next level. They need to be able to play like a guard if you're going to be 6'3", 6'4". So I see a lot of teams doing that. They pigeonhole their 6'3", 6'4s, and make them play down low. They don't teach them any guard skills, and then that kid, that you're not going to play post in college at 6'3". So yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I mean, we got to coach them up for that next level, and I see it a lot with the taller kids rather than the smaller kids. I see the taller kids getting coached wrong in our area.
That's why I say every kid from San Antonio should learn how to be a guard.
I mean, hell, you saw what I did with Hagan. Like, I let him have fun at the top of the key. Now, when I need to send him down, I will. There's a time and a place, but you got to make sure that there's a balance. Making sure that if we're truly developing, we gotta make sure that we're truly developing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where
just my little 1 cent.
But
that's where
Hagen's different though. He's gonna keep that kid's gonna keep growing, man.
But that's where the investment comes into play.
But even with that still growing, Hagen's gonna be 6'10".
Yeah.
But even with that, I don't want him. Okay, one of his favorite players of the NCAA tournament was DJ Burns. Okay,
that's where investment comes in.
And Hagen saw DJ Burns struggle because he couldn't hit that outside shot, and so I remember texting him because his heart was broken because he had a terrible game against Purdue. And I said, "What did you just learn from that game?" He said, "I got to start getting shots up." I said, "Exactly." Because when you can stretch that defense as a big and then be able to put it on the floor and get by, O'Connor's offense.
Yeah.
He loves that big at the top of the key. Well, show him that you can make that shot because now those other bigs got to come out and make a decision. Now you get, and so it's just, don't get me started. Not today. We just got to take care of our kids. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We got to take care of our kids.
I agree with you, and I totally 100% agree with what you were talking about. We're supposed to coach them for success and not hold them back. I see that with you a lot with your players. So I commend you.
You see me yell at them. Take the damn shot. What are we spending all this time in the lab for if you're not gonna shoot the damn shot in the game? Well, what's the point?
I'm more likely to lose my stuff on the sidelines if they turn down an open shot. I tell them, if you're open, we shoot enough all week long. If you're open, take it. You want to see me get mad? Turn down that shot. Turn it down, and then you'll see me get mad.
I'll still say it. It's important to invest in our kids. So, I hear both of you. And unfortunately, you guys can only put so much time in the gym with these guys. In high school basketball, they only can put so much time with them. There has to be some time after you guys plus the high school that these guys got to get in the gym and just work on their craft. And that's where the investment piece come into play. But again, I digress. I was just saying how good I think the Judson JV team is looking. I also got a chance to look at another group. TAF has a really upcoming group of 28s.
Do they? That coach has been waiting a long time to get a.
Hey, listen, he got them right now. We played them, and they had a number 1, a number 2, and a number. Let's see here. Let's see. I took a picture of these guys. I was like, "Hey, man, these guys are really good." A number 1, number 2, number 15, and number 24. They play for Taft, and they're playing on the JV team, and they're 28s. And all 4 of those young men played basketball a way that Taft wants them to play. They showed they were athletic. They showed they moved the ball. They were very unselfish. And I want to say the guy number 2, I'm gonna say his name in a second, but when he was in the game, hey, his plus minus was very high. He had like a 24 plus minus. Yeah, every time he touched the ball, he was trying to score. And it was nice. It was like good opportunities to score. So Taft's gonna be a problem, maybe not this year, but they definitely gonna be a problem next year. I'm willing to put money on that. So that's something you're gonna be watching there, Rich.
Yeah. You guys talked about the next opportunity for a state champion in San Antonio, and yeah, Mike's right. It could be this year, but with the groups of 27s and 28s, that are here in San Antonio. I think that the 27s and the 28s are probably two of the strongest classes that we've seen as a whole. Now, every class has their Kingston Flemings, right? But I'm talking about as a whole, the 27s and the 28s, those two groups right there in San Antonio. I'm looking forward to seeing how they progress, because I think those groups, whether it be this year or next year, you're going to have some 27s, maybe some 28s that are contributing on some of these teams already. So
well, the truth of the matter is,
yeah,
if you look at our 26s watch list, the 26s that are heavy hitters with this current 25 class, to go with the 27s behind them and the 28s on the way. I mean, the fact of the matter is, between the next 1 to 3, 1 to 4 years, San Antonio is bringing home a state champion. It's no question. I don't have a doubt in my mind. And the reason I say this is because all of those classes that we just named are all up the road beating Dallas's and Houston's, and in playing against top-notch competition, on circuits, in the right buildings. And so that fear factor is going to be gone. It's kind of like the Olympics in 1992 in the Olympics in 2024. That fear factor is gone. That size shell shock is gone. The adjustments happening in the spring and summer. San Antonio is going to know how to play against that and what to do with that, and it's happening in the next 1 to 4 years. I'm riding with it.
And to all the high school coaches out there, you're welcome. You're welcome to all these AAU programs in the summer that are putting their players in those positions. I'm just going to say it.
Rich, go ahead with it.
Summer long.
Yeah, like me. Hey, Rich, but did you and Mike have some kind of out of body? What's it called? Because
I feel
it's not like you. Hey, I'm gonna shut up, but it's not like you. Go for it. Go for it. Let them know. Let them know. Go ahead, Rich.
Right here, I agree with that 100%, because it's the coaches that are taking their players to Dallas, to Houston, to Chicago, to wherever they go, Las Vegas, where to play against that competition. I think San Antonians are starting to get out there, and they're not afraid anymore.
Now, just to keep the peace, right? I'm pull Eric Talley now. I'm gonna be mediator. You got to give high school coaches some credits too, because they're taking them to the TABCs.
Yeah.
Right. They were up at TABC, right? They're at the Gasso against, you know what I'm saying? So their preseason schedules are reflective of are reflective of, hey, we want to win a state championship. And so we got to give those guys some credit too now.
I give them a lot of credit. They deserve all the credit in the world. But what I'm saying is, they haven't taken the 28s to a
flowers.
They haven't taken the 28s. We're bringing them to 9th grade ready now. So now the coaches, they deserve all the credit and respect for what they do from 9th to 12th grade. But we are
okay. So with you acknowledging the 28s that just get in, okay, I get okay. Yeah. But a minute ago, I was like, ooh,
no, not at all, man. You know what? Like, I'll just use Coach Jacklich that we talked to at Marshall. You got Jawasko over here at O'Connor. They do a fantastic job developing kids. No shade to any of those guys. But what I'm saying is, the kids that we're talking about, those 27s, 28s, those kids were on programs in middle school, and some of them even all the way back to elementary school, that are traveling to these places. So they're not afraid anymore. They're going to these programs ready to go. They're ready to go. So no shade.
Yo, did you hear this dude?
What?
This dude got a music ringtone. I didn't know that was still in existence.
That was my alarm, man. Cut it out. Don't be put me on blast like that. Don't you laugh over there either. I'm laughing. I'll be quiet. Kid, chill out. I'm gonna cut this part out of the dog. Chill out.
Nah, you gonna make this a short. Is what you gonna do?
Hey, but honestly, I think it goes back to, honestly, when we first started, and I asked everybody, like, hey, where do you see us at as far as the city of San Antonio? And we're healthy. That's all it is, Rich. It's just us being healthy. Yep. Like you're saying, it is a shout out. It's not just to the AAU programs, but it's to the trainers.
Yeah.
Like, I got to give a lot of love to the guys who started the back to basic camps, and the guys that were over there on that north west side of town where it's so many kids just was just not getting the opportunities that they went and took time out their days, and that now they're doing their own camps out there. They're doing their training sessions, and the G Mellos and the Eric Nuncios and the Chubbs and the Stu,
Pep,
Pep,
Brian Evans,
all those guys, because
Mike
now
Brown.
they're catching up with what was being done on the northeast side of town. So you had hard work. Like hard work, honestly, was one of the best gyms in the city.
Relentless, my man
Yes,
Pootie.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that was one of the best gyms over here in the city. Like, hey man, they did a phenomenal job, and now to see that, and of course, shout out the Future and what they did. They gym was contagious to where it was like, hey,
you see what year this was?
Yeah, well,
man, throwback 2018.
See, that's what I'm saying. It was way before the pandemic.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm not even talking about our programs. I'm talking about just in general in San Antonio.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Like just
we watch
we gotten so much better though, and that's where it all just kind of stems from. Just
what I think has happened.
The investment was being done.
What I think has happened is beyond the investment. It's kind of like I have a conversation with my boss Eddie, and he asked me, when our league numbers might be down, and I tell him everybody's running a league and a tournament now. 4 years ago, there weren't 20 people running tournaments and 20 people running leagues. 4 years ago, there wasn't everybody doing trainings. There weren't as many big programs. There are several programs that I call programs with more than 4 or 5 teams in their program. Okay. Premier, Next Level Raiders, AC Toros, Pro Skills, Follow Through. I already said Premier. Am I missing anybody big? Future, FOA. You know what I'm saying? That there are so many programs out there that now everybody's vision. Once upon a time, there was a handful of guys that understood what that next level was about and what it took.
You say hard work?
Only hard work. If I didn't, of course, I meant to hard work and future. I mean, duh. There were only a handful of guys that understood that next level piece that were actually leaving the city.
Right.
Well, now there's more guys, like all those trainers that we just mentioned and named, right? Now there's more. There's more than handfuls that understand we got to be up here.
Right.
And because there's more and more and more, that little tiny circle, that snowflake is turning into an avalanche across the city. And that avalanche is the reason why we had the successes that we had these last couple of years on the road, these last couple of years in high school basketball. And it's only going to get better.
Well, I think everyone honestly is taking blueprints from the No We Can't Twos to where as though if you are part of his program, he made sure, like he said on the interview, hey, he encourages AAU basketball or travel basketball. He's one of the coaches that do it. I.e. Future, another coach, Cogill also does it. Thank you. So with that being said, and a lot of schools are these high school coaches are catching on. Like, man, how is Brennan so good? Again, how does a No We Can 2 go to the state tournament 4 times in a row? How is that happening? How is Coach McCohen doing the same thing up in Bernie? He went 3 times in a row. So there's a blueprint out there, but the way you got to make your blueprint, you have to schedule tough things. And now this goes a shout out to Tim Littlefield, to where as though Tim Littlefield, his league, running 3 weeks in a row, to where as though he's having the best teams play each other. Jefferson's out here playing some top level teams that normally didn't happen. Jefferson's a San Antonio ISD school. They stayed right down there in San Antonio ISD. They didn't come out there as comfort zone. They didn't try to come over here and make sure they playing the top schools where they playing TAF and all these bigger schools, the Bernies. They didn't do all that. So I think it's honestly, it's everybody just willing to be part of the growth. And I'm just happy to be part of it, honestly, to say, hey, man, we're all doing a great job. We're all doing a great job. It's kudos to everybody.
I'm happy to bear witness.
Don't do like they do on politics on CNN and Fox and all that. Don't do like that. give one sound clip of me saying, "Well, you're welcome." No. Let's get some context. Let's get some context to it, okay? All right. Let's get some context. I'm talking about middle school kids.
Hey, look here. If my backpack is gonna be a short, that's definitely gonna be a short. I'm gonna put that out there now.
He just saw that, by the way. He saw that when last week, right? Yeah, he's like, what is this about me wearing a backpack?
Yeah.
Would you make a short of me? You're like, hey man, I want everybody to know why you wore a backpack.
Where the gun is at? No.
But hey, let's move on, man. Let's move on. But again, again, another testament of us moving in the right direction of being able to compete
as a city
against the Dallases in Houston. Because that's what we're all trying to do. That's the same thing for Central Texas. They're just trying to do the same thing. We're all just trying to be relevant and let everybody know, hey man, you can come here to get a good basketball player, just like you can go to Dallas or Houston. We're getting there. We're getting there. So what's next? What's next on the docket?
I don't know. I'm gonna let him lead this one.
Go ahead, Rich. What you got? What you got?
Hey man, I'm afraid I'm gonna get into trouble. I'm afraid I'm gonna man.
Look, well, before we get any more trouble, I want to give a shout out to a young hooper that has started her own started her own thing and doing interviews and talking with people within the basketball community. And that's
Bella Flemings.
Bella Flemings. Now I was gonna say the title of the show as far as the journey, but I couldn't think of Bella's first name. I couldn't. I was gonna say Flemings, but again, they have several right now that's doing a great job, and she's a great basketball player. That man, she can play. She's getting some great opportunities to show how good she is. She gets some great offers. She plays high school basketball with Brenning, and then she plays club basketball or AAU basketball with the Finest, one of the top female programs here in the city and the surrounding area, Central Texas. And she has quite a few offers, but she's created her own show called The Journey. She got about 6 episodes in there, and it's really, honestly, it's a really good platform.
So, we normally don't talk about the female basketball players, but, she did something this past summer. She got a group of girls. I don't know their names. I know Ariana Roberson from Clark that's, at Duke, healing hands and speedy recovery. She had injury that she suffered at the FIBA 3x3. And then the young lady that was at Brandeis that's now at USC. My mind's blank. Can't think of her. Is it Ryan? But they got these girls together that have played on the next level, being offered next level. And then they brought in the younger ladies to, hey, let us talk to y'all and get back. Yeah. And that was just phenomenal.
I think
because that had SA Finest, that had played first, some lady who that had some of the top female programs in our area.
Some had the top. Those 3 are the top.
In our area. Well, you can't forget about SA Hoops Elite. They got some hitters too. But just to come to but
Stu coaches, yes, they do.
But to come together and then to show the younger ladies that are coming up the pipeline. That was dope. I mean, we're talking about high school kids, like already giving back. That was huge. So huge shout out, Bella, in The Journey.
I think they have she has some great mentorship over there. And I love with one, of course, Dad. We got a chance to interview Kingston. Great interview, by the way. Thank you for setting that up. And then one of her first guests was Ray Caldwell. Again, godfather of the girls' side. Again, the Finest program is just it is the top program in the city for the females. So I can say that, and again, one of the only programs that have so many female McDonald's All-Americans. So you can't say someone's top that until they put as many McDonald's All-Americans out there to Houston than he has.
Well, what we'll say is there are players that are definitely there are organizations in the city that are on the way.
Well, again, let them be on the way. Let them be on the way. But until you do that, that's the top. So it's just like, again, every year there's a Super Bowl winner, and they are right now the Kansas City Chiefs, who are undefeated 4-0. Until they lose a game and not represent the AFC this year at the Super Bowl, they're the best team. Same thing right now for the female side of finest.
Talley has spoken.
So hey, now on the boys' side, it's a lot going on right now. I won't make that statement about too many teams here because then I'll get us in trouble. But for the girls' side, I can say that.
On the boys' side,
Oh, he about to get us in trouble.
Not at all. There's so many that are on the right path of doing the right thing.
Right.
So many competitive levels. And you have certain organizations that run a grade and certain organizations that run another grade. And but at the end of it all, competitive. Like I'll never forget, I forgot which Gasso it was that the Final Four was San Antonio. It was hard work, Hoops Elite, FOA, and I think Next Level Raiders was the other one.
Yeah.
And
I think it was those 14
to see that Final Four, and then they went to Gasso and did it again, like 2 or 3
back to back.
Yeah, and so
Round Rock was one of them, if I'm correct.
And then so that for me to see that, and then to know that, hey, these are the kids that are in our high schools that we're talking about that's going to bring home a state championship. It's exciting.
Hey, listen, as far as if we're talking Gasso talk, I think probably the top team.
Our work 2026. They won the most.
I don't know. It had to be them Hoops Elite, and when the Toros was in it too.
The hard work won back-to-back gas.
They won back-to-back.
They won.
Okay.
They won the Mother's Day one here, and then they went up to Central Texas because remember they beat ASAC. Remember the buzzer beater?
Oh man, Logan Gonzalez.
They went on and ended up winning that one. They won back-to-back gas.
Logan Gonzalez. That's another 2026 on the watch list.
Then they went out to Atlanta.
He's doing a great job, by the way.
That same 20. They went out to Atlanta.
They did.
And went undefeated. Logan Gonzalez.
He just got another.
Deuce, remember Deuce?
Yep, Chris. Logan's got another offer too. By the way,
man's name, bouncer, young athlete. Oh my
God. Kingsville, Coach Omar.
No.
Good looking, Coach. Hey, that was a great offer for that young man.
Think of my guy's name.
So shout out to you, Logan. You're doing a great job.
You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He was with you
2026,
and then Dad's real tall. Oh my God, what is my man's name?
Sorry,
what I'm talking about. I just can't.
Yeah, no worries.
But I mean that 2026 however is.
That's why I think 2026 is a great class.
That's why I was telling Rich. Rich went to the 27, 28s. I said, you forgot 26 has got some heat too.
No, they do.
I think
they do. I don't want to know 26, but I love those the 27s and 28s. I just love them. I don't, but no. Yeah. But the 26s are they're stout too. Yeah. For sure.
They have a lot of kids in that group.
Cherry.
Oh, Jaden Cherry. Jaden Cherry from Steele High School.
Cherry. That's the other one that's with that dog on. That's with that group hard work.
That's gonna be some dog fights right now. That right there, I call that that's more of the probably the Big Ten. That bracket right there, the 6A. That's like the Big Ten right there because you got Steele, you got Clemens, you got Judson, and everybody tell me I'm wrong, man, but I see my preseason pick is Judson. I'm calling it. I'm calling it on the air right now.
Now is that data based, bias based? What is that based?
That's my
what you've seen as
that's my God. No, we can't too.
That's why I said is that database or bias based?
No. On a serious note, that's just me just seeing what he has and seeing what he has done to that program. Again, you talk about someone who again went to 4 in a row with the players that he has had. And his thing is if he gets his hands on you and he gets you to buy into what he's doing, hey man, it's a wrap.
Now, no shade at any of those young studs that's over there, but even with losing Deuce, you still got them taking it?
Yeah, because now you allow a young man we just had on the show, me and you interviewed Gerald O'Neill, and you heard him talk.
And Red, don't forget about Red. We had
no, I'm just saying. Okay. No, Red was remember Red got elevated to the captain spot.
Right.
But now Gerald is like, whoa, wait. He's thrown in because he was coming off the bench. So now he's thrown in the fire, like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And again, you heard him talk. So with that backcourt, now don't get me wrong, they're gonna stumble a little bit. They're gonna stumble. I think Clemens is a year away. They're still young. They'll make the playoffs. And you know who we got to talk to? We got to talk to East Central. Because East Central got some stuff over there. Hey, listen, they proved it. They catch you slipping, they're gonna get you.
You know,
and still there. Still. They're there.
the thing about that, I'm not calling no pick. And the reason I
I have
say
to.
that,
I have to.
I'm not because let's just talk about the three names you mentioned. You mentioned Judson, you mentioned Steele, you mentioned Clemens.
In East Central.
In East Central.
That's
Now
four.
I don't know East Central's coach's name, but I've seen him work. Right. I've seen his body of work.
Yes.
Those four coaches ain't no nights off. I'm gonna just leave
No,
it
it's
at
not.
that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So I'm just it's gonna be fun to watch.
That's the great part about all of this, because it's not going to be any nights off. To where as though all four coaches, you still have to worry about San Marcos. You still have to worry about Canyon Lake, if I'm correct, Canyon Lake
Mhm.
up there in New Braunfels, and then you still have to worry about Johnson out of Buda. So you still have three other teams to worry about. That, hey man, last year San Marcos almost surprised a lot of people. So with that being said, you don't know who's gonna, it's going to be great seeing all them play. They can't miss playing each other though.
I got a preseason pick though. I
All right,
do.
go ahead.
I'm gonna give you one.
All right, go ahead.
Walgreens. Because they're gonna get a lot of my money from the cashews that I'm gonna be getting when we enjoying all these good basketball games.
He said Walgreens.
I said Walgreens.
I said Walgreens. Okay, okay,
I like
okay. Walgreens.
I like the Walgreens pumpkin seeds.
Well, I tell you this right now, we want to judge concession stands. Hey man, Wagner has a okay concession stand.
Compliments to Mrs. Clark.
Okay, well shout out to Miss Clark then. Hey man, y'all concession stand is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Judson's another one have a great concession stand.
November 9th, baby. I cannot wait. I'm
East
bringing that
Central,
date up every weekend, every week until that day.
say
East,
it again, Rich.
East Central had a good concession stand. I remember from last year. I thought they had a pretty good one too.
I ain't
They
gonna
do.
lie. At these school events, I ain't come across too many not up to par concession stands.
All right, what's the one where the state tournament? Well, not the state tournament, but the playoffs are held at. Right there. We had a game there. Brennan plays there a lot. What's that name
North
of that?
How about Dub Ferris, Northside?
Yeah, North Side. What's that? It's not Blossom.
Dub Ferris.
It's Doug
Dub
Ferris.
Ferris, the one right off of 1604 in
Yeah.
Hausman. Yes, Dub
Yes.
Ferris.
Yeah, that concession stand is not good. They hot dogs. They got to warm the whole hot dog up in the microwave. That's not good. That's not good business.
the
No,
hot dog.
I'm telling you, I'm the king.
hot
Yeah,
dog-
I'm the king of.
Yeah.
Say it again.
The hot dogs are kind of right out of the package, right? They didn't
I
grill.
don't know, but at the same time they're cold because they don't want them to go bad. So they warm the whole hot dog and bun up. That's not good business.
That's why I save my money and eat
That's
before,
not
eat
good
after.
business. No, I like to support the schools. Now and I look forward to my hot dog, my popcorn, and then I get me a Dr. Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Representing Texas, all right? And then I turn around and I'll get either some peanut M&Ms or a Snickers, you know what I'm saying, to hold me over. But that's dinner every time I go watch a game. That's dinner right there for me. That's a great meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. So y'all have anything else? What you got planned this weekend? Are we finished
This
giving a shout out
weekend,
to Bella in the journey?
yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure
We definitely gave her flowers.
all right, I want to make sure.
This weekend I'm doing a little something different. Something canceled at the gym,
Okay.
and boss man, wanted to see if some space could be covered. So I asked him, I was like, can I do an open run? And he's like, what do you mean? Can I just invite organizations, come pay $5, let the kids hoop? And he gave me clearance, and
Okay.
so I put it out there. And so this Saturday, I'm gonna do an open run. Third, fourth grade, then fifth, sixth grade, then seventh, eighth grade, then high school, and just let them come get some run. A little
Okay.
structure,
Okay.
like everybody got to go across half court. Or you can't score. Like we don't do that cherry picking snowbird stuff. We want to make some quality games. Just come hoop.
Okay.
Represent your club that you're in. If you're not in the club, still welcome. And then just come hoop.
So you're gonna have the big board and can sign up like that?
Yeah. And then basically when you come off, we just put your name right back. You
Exactly.
learn how to play with different people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Old school.
just being say it again.
Old school.
Old school.
Okay.
7-point games, ones and twos.
Okay.
So somebody get on fire, couple of possessions, you might be out of there.
Yeah.
And so just old school. And I'm looking at my calendar now
And
to do
so you're
more.
doing it this Saturday?
This Saturday,
At what
October
time?
5th. Well, the third, fourth grade starts at 10 a.m.
All right. Oh,
And then
man.
everything 2 hour blocks. 10 to 12 is
Oh,
third, fourth grade. 12 to 2 is fifth, sixth grade. 2 to 4 is seventh, eighth grade, and then 4 to 6 is high school.
okay. So this is just something new you're trying to do, just to kind of to reinvent what you're doing over there.
Well, what I'm seeing from the traction from where I posted, a lot of people seem to be fond and a fan of this.
Okay.
Just letting the kids come hoop, parents not having to worry about tourney prices for the day. Kids pay $5 and you get 2 hours, just come hoop.
So
And
it's $5
just
per
come
player.
$5 per player.
Okay.
Come hoop, get shots in, just be in the gym and relax,
Okay.
just have some fun and just hoop and unwind.
Okay.
And so I'm excited to see how it turns out.
All right.
I think there's a tournament going on this weekend. So
Right.
I know teams, of course, are going to be playing, but maybe that's me go over there. Who knows? We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. What about you, Rich? What you got this weekend?
Man, just this time of year between summer ball and high school ball and stuff, I'll be watching hopefully some college football this week. I know I got some work to do this weekend as well, real estate wise, but hopefully I'll get a chance to watch some college football this weekend and maybe some professional football. I'm gonna try to unwind a little bit this week.
Okay. Well, this weekend is a very special weekend for myself. A lot of people don't know this, but this is number 19 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you. So we'll be partaking in tacos and tequila on Saturday.
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. This is the wifey's idea. She wants to kind of just, hey, let's go do some tacos and tequila. So I'm going to partake in that.
Nice.
And then Sunday, we right back at it. We have Tim Littlefields has his league over at the Sportsplex, if I'm correct. And we're going to do that. And I get the opportunity to coach the Judson JV team again. And
You mean Austin?
when? Tacos and tequila?
No, coaching Judson. Because you was in Austin last weekend coaching them.
Well, I did both. I was in Austin and San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but the Sportsplex. I said the Sportsplex.
Not just talking about Tim's league. I know about Judson.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be at the Sportsplex. I'm gonna be enjoying that, and then
That concession stand is great.
yeah, it's not a school though, but you do have a great concession stand. Y'all have improved. If I'm correct, y'all got bigger, right?
Yeah.
The actual where you go sit down and eat, right?
Yeah.
You can actually, you got a bigger eating area.
And several TVs to enjoy football on the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 TVs in there.
My kids love the pickle little popsicles that they have, and
yeah, pickle juice, frozen pickle juice.
Frozen pickle juice. That's a great idea. Matter of fact, when we've had long tournaments out there, when we're getting down to that last game, I'll even go buy a bunch of them, give them to my boys, and have them suck down those pickle juice pops.
Whoever stop. Pause. You think that's funny?
And then they like that wedding. What is it? The wedding cake.
Wedding cake, frozen yogurt.
Yeah, they love that stuff.
Yes, that's a real that is definitely a big seller right there. When the Sportsplex went to getting those
Orange leaf.
Yeah, orange leaf. Yeah, that was like I was really surprised to see how much of a hit that was.
Because I mean, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. And that owner, they have a franchise right there at the Forum, Universal City. I think it's Universal City, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Forum. And then so there, and it's like, they distribute over there to the Sportsplex, and man, like you said, numbers don't lie. The frozen pickle juice, whoever came up with that idea is a genius. Because think about it, what were we doing with pickle juice before we start freezing it and giving to athletes?
Drinking it. I used to drink pickle juice.
Yeah, I love pickle.
Absolutely.
But sports wise,
hydrated.
Pickle juice and bananas.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
We used to drink that stuff too, but I'm gonna give pains me to say it, but I'm gonna give Talley's boys, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna give them credit, because the first time I ever heard of a whole football team doing that was opening day. I believe it was like 2000, 2001. That's the famous pickle juice game. where the Eagles were drinking pickle juice on the sideline, and they beat the Cowboys because the Cowboys were cramping because it was 100 degrees.
Oh, is that why you were asking that question? Because you knew the answer?
No. I promise I didn't know that.
You said
No,
you set
man, I
that
just
up?
set that up. I didn't. I promise.
I'm not buying that.
No, I didn't.
I'm not buying that at all.
I didn't know anything
That's
about
too
that.
much irony right there. I'm not
That
not
is
buying
crazy.
that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Did you hear his question? Who started that?
Who started?
I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not buying that one.
I promise, guys, I didn't know anything about it. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan to know, like, again, because I know a lot of people really come into the gym looking for pickle juice. It's like, huh?
Oh yeah, those kids, they love them pickle pops.
Yeah.
They love them.
And then it's like, think about it. Once you take all the pickles out of the jar, you got like a whole jar full of juice. And then what you sell them at what, 50 cents a pop? Well, I'm not gonna try, but again, that's
Hey, yo, question, fellas.
Okay.
I know Bama was number 4 and Georgia was number 2, and Bama beat Georgia. Did y'all know that they gave Bama the number 1 ranking?
Yep.
Number 1 seeding?
Yeah.
Over Texas?
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, Texas didn't pay nobody yet. Missouri, right? That was a Texas toughest game, Missouri, wasn't it? Not toughest game, but I think
it was supposed
right, yeah. And Missouri is like almost like Vanderbilt in the SEC, aren't they? They're like the bottom feeders, aren't they? They haven't had a great season in a while, right?
They're 4-0 and number 9 right now.
Missouri?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are? I thought Texas played them.
Missouri's 4-0.
Okay.
Texas beat Michigan.
Oh, that's what it was. It was a Big Ten team. Yeah, they demolished Michigan. And then Michigan went to USC and handled their business, so they did a good job. Well, I guess that's all we have. Unless you guys got something you want to talk about real quick before we
got some great interviews coming on Sunday.
No. Can't make this up. You're not gonna leave without that. Can't leave a segment without.
I told you
that.
I can't do to make this up this week. I'll just get some nuggets.
All right. Drop some nuggets.
I'll get some.
Drop some nuggets.
I'll get some nuggets so we don't have to have a can't make this stuff up.
All right.
Parents dealing with club sports, understand that your money is not going to get your kid on the team you think your kid should be on. Understand that when you agree to pay monthly dues, that you're agreeing to give your kid an opportunity to be a part of a team. What your kid does with that opportunity is on them. Please don't use your money as a stronghold over coaches, directors, and organizations. It's not gonna end well. It's not.
Great nugget.
And guess what? And that's our quick. That's our, what do they call it? The clip that we do,
a short.
That's the short right there.
Listen.
No, you trying to get out of height. No, you got the short this week, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna. Hey, I don't. Listen,
that's the short. That's the short right there.
That's why I want to give a shout out to Chad Foster, our producer, who's been producing all our great content this last week. I took it off my plate and gave it to him. So all the great content we've been coming up with, that's him. I can't take any credit for any of that. That dude's been he's been a beast. So Chad, thank you. You're making us look like, woo, man, he's killing it right now.
So I got 2 more, but before I go to my other 2, what you guys got to say about the first nugget?
Oh man, you're not getting me in no trouble. I told you, man, I'm taking listen, between you and Rich today, I'm taking the high road every time, dog. Okay.
What you got, Rich?
Hey,
Rich, about to get it. Go get him. Get him, Rich.
I agree 100%. There's an attitude of entitlement in our society today, and I think it trickles into youth sports. And I think it's the haves and the have-nots. They feel like the haves feel like they have a little bit more pull with coaches and organizations, and it is what it is. Just I try not to let it I try not to let it get into my part of the organization. So I agree.
Next nugget I got.
All right, go for it. Let's see.
To parents, coaches, players, any fans in the stands, during a basketball tournament, please don't come to me blaming referees for a loss. You are not going to like my response. I will listen to you vent for 3 to 5 minutes. I will let you get it all off your chest. But the response that I'm going to hit you with, you're not going to like. When your kids are missing layups, missing free throws, shooting unnecessary threes that they don't practice during the week before 4 games, turning the basketball over, not adjusting to the referees that have been calling that entire game in tournament that day, don't come to me blaming the referees when I just watched y'all turn the ball over 3 times in a row, because you're not going to like my response. So before you come to me, make sure it's not to blame a referee. Make sure you lead with your errors and mistakes of control, because referees are not perfect. They are human, just like those ball players missing wide open layups on fast breaks, shooting threes that they've never practiced. Okay? Just like you guys yelling for stuff that does not exist in games, yelling for 3 seconds and the ball's in the backcourt. So before you come to me to talk about this stuff, understand I'm giving you heads up of what my response is typically going to be 99.9% of the time, because I know basketball and typically I'm right there watching the games. That's nugget number 2.
Well, unfortunately, I used to be one of those coaches. Hey, Mike just lost because of the referee. That used to be one of my. And then you broke it down. You said, "Well, Coach Talley, before you continue to say what you're saying, I saw your number whatever player had 3 steals and 3 attempts to lay the ball up and missed all 3. So that's 6 points right there. I saw you take some bad shots there. So really, was it the referee or was it? Great point, sir. Thank you very much. And also go get a rule book. That's what you told me. I don't know if you remember telling me that.
I tell all coaches, especially when I hear you yelling for stuff that's not there.
Yeah, over the back.
Over the back is not a foul.
It's not a call either.
It's not a call.
It's not a call. Yeah, you broke. That was embarrassing, by the way. So
Yeah, I've never
displaced.
lost. My teams have never lost a game fair and square. It's always been because of the refs. So,
hey, there are truly some people that really believe and feel that them 22 missed layups don't have nothing to do with that 2-point basketball loss. There are people that really think that.
I'll go a step further,
guys. Oh, you know what? I do have a can't make this up.
Oh, here it go. Here it goes.
So I can safely and comfortably share this story. This past weekend, I watched a team. I'm not even going to call the division. I watched a game. Hell of a basketball game. 2 teams going at it. Whole game. One team was up. They went up 31-27. Other team comes back. Excuse me. One team was up 27-23. Other team goes on a run, goes up 31-27. It's 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the game. That team that went up 31-27 ended up losing 39-31. They turned the ball over 9 times in 1:48. And I had a parent come to me to try to talk about the referees. That did not go well. Did not go well.
I think the referee had something to do with those 9 turnovers.
You know?
I think the referee was getting in the way, 1 turnover, so the kid didn't see the player, so he threw it to the referee.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure when it was coming down, he was trying to make a pass like that right there, and somehow the kid kept running and threw it to the other kid, right?
So let me give this caveat.
I'm just saying.
Referees do get calls wrong. Okay, referees can dictate the temperature of a basketball game. It is up to the coach on the sideline to divert their energy from the officials during that time and make the necessary and proper adjustments to get your team to be successful. Because again, referees do get calls wrong, folks. They do. And they can change the temperature of a game. But at the end of the day, everybody put their socks on before their shoes that game. And those kids are the ones shooting those free throws and layups, not the referees. So when you lose by 2 and there's 13 missed layups in the game, I don't want to hear about, well, if they wouldn't have made that call, well, if y'all would have made just half your layups, you got 13 layups. Every time I talk to my team, it's about halves. We missed 12 layups. Half of that, what's 12 layups? 24.
24
What's
points.
half of that? 12. How much we lose by? 3. Get out of my face. That's literally how I talk to my team.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
And so, people think that I'm saying that refs are perfect. No, folks, I'm not. Watch me coach. I promise you, refs ain't perfect. But you have to adjust and adapt to what you're dealing with. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Any more nuggets?
No.
Rich, you got one?
No, I'll go a step further. I'll take the blame losses before my players, because a lot of times maybe I stayed with one lineup a little too long. Maybe I didn't do this. Maybe I didn't adjust to something. So most of the times, as a coach, when you finish a game, the easy thing to do would be to blame the refs. But really, you have to look at yourself and say, not just adjusting to the refs, but just the little decisions that were made throughout the game, and most of the times you'll find something that you could have done differently. I mean, there's times where, you get run off the court. Hey, it is what it is. We played against a better team. But those close games, little thing here, little thing there changes that whole game. And it's not always just the ref, right? So, no, yeah, definitely.
My last one.
Oh, we got another one. Oh, we're blessed.
This one's going to get me in trouble. And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay, good.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
I hear teams talk about they want heat, they want smoke, they want smoke, they want heat, they want comp, they want this, they want that. But then you get it and they run. Now, not all teams, because there are several teams that see and will come because they saw. But man, it's crazy the amount of teams that I lose in an event when I release that team list in that division, that pool schedule. What are we doing, folks? Either you want your kids to get better, you don't. Stop chasing rings and cool prizes. Embrace the heat. Embrace the smoke. That's all I got.
That's why sometimes I remember certain teams, I'm not going to say no names. I'm not going to do them like that. They should change their name prior to the event. Like, let's say they were playing in the Fall Classic. They would purposely, I'm not going to say their name. I'm going to say a name like the Sharks. And they didn't want to be the Sharks. Everybody was running from the Sharks. They'll put the Raptors or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They would purposely change the name, and then they show up that day of the event, and people be like, what they doing here? Hey, coach, Mike, you ain't tell me. What you mean? That's the funniest thing ever. And I would say I saw, hey, listen, remember, I've been doing this for a long time. And it was funny to see that. It was funny to see that. It's funny to see that. So
wow.
It's even funnier.
Yeah,
it's even funnier to see a team drop from your event because they didn't have enough, and then they're playing the same weekend. That's hilarious when that happens.
Yes.
Like, y'all know we can see all the events that's going on, right?
Yes.
Like, I can't make this stuff up, man.
That's why I knew a few tournament directors that knew that. So that's why they would leave it just Team A versus Team B and so on. And then they would release the schedule like the day before. So you can't pull out. And you had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So you can't go play for the day, So yeah, hey, listen, you gotta be smart about this stuff here.
Yeah.
Now, Mike as a tournament director knows that even the day before, they'll still drop out. They'll say, hey, my team's got COVID.
Hey, hold on, stop that. That was a great excuse back in the day.
My team got COVID. We can't.
And you were a jerk if you questioned it too.
You couldn't say nothing, man. Boy, I was working for Tom Brown at the time. You know what I mean? teams did that to us.
The whole team, the whole team. We all got
because think about it. All you had to say was we had practice this week, and we had so and so just got released from school, so they had to let everybody know. So the whole team got to stay home for the week. Remember?
Look, true story.
That was 7 days.
True story that just happened this past weekend. A team had signed up, whatever, and they hit me like a day or two before they couldn't play. Well, sorry, man. I only got 5 and 1 sick and 1 got hurt at school. And I actually, I might send an apology because, when you're in tournament setup mode and you think your divisions are good to go, and then you get that message and it rocks your world. It's one of them tough divisions, right? I responded, and I'm like, well, why are you signing up for tournaments if you only got 5 anyway? I responded that. I did. I felt a little bad afterwards, and then I said, no, I don't, because you need to learn. Stop that. Like, if you don't have 8,
full of nuggets today.
You don't have 8. You know what?
That's why you're probably the 49ers fan.
There's levels and lanes to this.
Very much so. Very much so.
That's what I'm gonna stop right. There's levels and lanes to this.
Okay.
But you talk about the smoke, and that's what I love my parents on my organization, because I tell them this is the tournaments we're gonna play in, and that's
your parents funny as hell.
Huh?
Your parents funny as hell. There's one particular mom, you know which mom I'm talking about. She is absolutely hilarious.
She supports us.
Like I said, I love it. You want a parent like that with you.
Yeah.
Because every now and again you come across another team that got one just like them. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it goes down when that happens.
Now I'm biased, of course, but we got the best parents, in my opinion, because and I know you got some too. They understand when you're talking about the smoke. They understand what the objective is.
Well, Rich not gonna like this one at all, and it's okay. Our parents are a little different. See, my parents are great because they're gonna let me do what I need to do and never bother me about coaching. But your parents, see, I'm gonna tell you what I love about your parents. Boy, if some stuff jump off, boy, listen, they about that life. They ready. My parents are, hey man, let's do. My parents ain't trying to. We gonna diffuse. Oh, and so rich parents about that. Gonna bring that he spoke. We with that too. Like they truly they are protective. Okay. They gonna protect. Okay. They gonna defend. They gonna, like you said, they gonna support any and everything that SA Premier Blue is rocking with. I give them the hell out of that.
Hey, why do you think I walk around with my chest out? Because I know I got all them behind me. They're ready.
Look, that day when that kid got hurt, that whole bleacher, that ref was standing right there. I'm like, yo, you might want to go across the court. Like, you in a bad spot right now, my man. Like, they
about to get him.
Rightfully so, though. I don't know. To this, I still don't know how the hell he missed that. Like, it was that. Oh. I mean, he's as close as me and you. That's how close the play was to him. And he's like literally looking right at him.
He probably didn't register, and then they were trying to punk him to make that call, and so he was probably like thinking in his mind, "I'm not making this call."
Like, kid's buddy. Like, I don't know how you don't make that.
You gotta make that call. You gotta make that call. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to clean. We had to clean the court for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, look, man. Let's get ready to get out of here. We've been out just having a great time. This is what happens when you just
miss our guy.
Miss our guy here. Hey, go ahead and hit your final thoughts, Rich. You started off.
Well, I don't have as much of a final thought as it is something I just want to say about Super Sports Media. Congratulations to Super Sports Media. We are now at 2.96 thousand subscribers on YouTube.
What?
2.96K subscribers on YouTube. We're almost at 3,000. So what I'm gonna say is, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, help us get to 3,000 as soon as we possibly can. All right.
Good catch.
So we keep this guy around. That's why we miss him so much.
Exactly. What you got?
I'm gonna be there next Wednesday because I am blocking out this time because this is my favorite part of the week right here. This is my favorite part of the week. I look forward to this.
My final thoughts. because of some personal experience, mental wellness. It matters. Folks, make sure that you're taking care of you. Make sure that you get some people in your world that you can call on. You know, you don't have to do this stuff alone. You know, sometimes just pick up the phone and reach out. You know, you don't got to go through it alone. So mental health is of the essence, folks. Embrace it, understand it, appreciate it. And with that being said, to all my sports and all my student athletes out there, proper nutrition, proper hydration, proper rest, stay healthy.
Thank you. That was important. It really was. People don't understand how important mental health is. So mine is honestly, I want to give flowers to someone that we don't get a chance to give flowers to. We gave him a little bit this early today, but I want to make sure he knows. And that's Chad Foster. He does a lot for what we're doing right now. And again, he's part of the reason why we have 2.9 thousand followers. And again, without him and some of the things he does behind the scenes, we wouldn't be doing what we do. He kind of catapulted some of the stuff we have right now, and he's putting all the shorts out, and it's looking really, really good, looking very professional. And again, I want to thank him. Not only does he do it for the Super Sports Media side of the house, he also does it for the Pro Skills brand down here in San Antonio. So again, a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that happens, I want to make sure I publicly give him his flowers and say thank you, because without you, I promise you, we wouldn't have some of the great things that we have, not only in the Pro Skills brand, but for Super Sports Media. So then that's all I have, man.
And you know,
Rich?
That TV threw me off today.
It did. I like it.
I didn't look at the camera not once
Nope, you
until
didn't.
just now, and I was like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Oh, the camera's on." I've been looking at the TV all show.
I know. You know the crazy part? Really can't tell.
Well, I mean, I just,
I know.
just share my goofiness.
But that's the great part about it. That's what I'm saying. Once we start really going, we're gonna have all three cameras going eventually. I'm eventually gonna do that. We live. Hey, oh yeah, hey, real quick. Not a final thought or anything, but today I'm gonna do my best to try to get this show out before the game. But today is Wednesday. Y'all know how I am. I ain't gonna lie. Man, we sat on the show for a week one time, remember?
I don't remember what you're talking about, but I support your efforts and appreciate whenever it comes.
That's why I love Chad. That's why I had to give a shout to Chad, because Chad been bumping them out, bro. But hey, Palo Alto, San Antonio Colleges, SAC, Northeast Lakeview, Northwest Lakeview. I think it's Northwest Lakeview, isn't it?
Northwest
Lakeview.
Northwest Vista. Thank you. Yes, St. Philip's. They all fall under the umbrella of the San Antonio Colleges. And so with that being said, there's a lot of good basketball there. Please check that out. Yeah, I'm telling you, the open run was important. I told you, my guys hit me up about that. So if you want to check some games out, today we got two good games that I know of. Palo Alto's playing, was it Northwest Lakeview?
Northeast Lake.
No, Northwest. Was it Northwest Vista? Yeah, right. Northwest Vista today at 8:00, and then St. Philip's is playing Trinity University. They have like a rec or intramural, not intramurals, but a rec style, to where as though they have two levels of play. So they're playing today. One at Trinity, and then the other one's at Vista. So if you want to get out and see some more good basketball, please get out there and support those guys, because there's still some kids still trying. Again, basketball is everything here. So yeah, ball is life.
Ball
on
is
that note, y'all got any? Oh yeah, you got anything? Rich, get us out of here.
Real quick though, thank you, Eric, for the blenders. I'm gonna get me my white sweatshirt. I'm gonna show up with my blenders, and I'm gonna be coaching with blenders on this spring, because I want to be like prime time.
Take us home, dog. Take us home.
But seriously, thank you for thinking about us with that, man. I appreciate you, as usual. Hey, y'all be good to one another. Be kind to one another. It doesn't cost you a dime, everyone. We're out.
We're off.